Greetings students. Today in the chapter of Introduction to Logic Gates for Tier 2 Unit A, we are going to start the second part of the 4 parts that I have divided the chapter into. I have already told you that I have divided the chapter into 4 parts. This is the second part of those 4 parts. This is for class 7. The subject is computers. I am Sivasis Sandilya and I welcome you to today's class. So, our topic of discussion was Introduction to Logic Gates. In our last class, we have learned what a logic gate is. We have learned about the names of different logic gates and we have discussed about the NOT gate. Today we are going to discuss 2 more gates and let us start it. The first gate that we are going to discuss today is the AND gate. I would like to remind you once again that whenever you are writing the name of a logic gate, you will have to use capital letters. No small letters will be used, only capital letters should be used in writing the names of the logic gates. Now, let us discuss what is an AND gate. The AND gate has 2 input signals and only 1 output signal. Now, compare it with the NOT gate. NOT gate had one input, 1 output. But in AND gate, we have 2 inputs and a single output. Now, when both of the inputs are high, that means 1, only then the output will be 1. Otherwise, the output will be 0. Just remember this sentence and it will be very easy to draw the truth table. Okay, when both the inputs are 1, then only the resultant, the output will be 1. Otherwise, the output will be 0. That means if one input is 1, the other input is 0, then the output will be 0. If both the inputs are 0, then also the output will be 0. A dot is used to show the AND operation as A dot B. So whenever you are seeing A dot B, that means there is a AND gate here. Okay. So this is the symbol for the AND gate. Pause the video and draw the diagram properly. See, there are 2 inputs A and B and there is only one output A dot B. And the gate symbol is, it looks like a big D, a capital letter D. It looks like a capital letter D. So 2 inputs A and B and the output is A dot B. We can show the AND gate as a simple circuit of 2 switches in series. When both switches are closed, the bulb lights up. So, this is the truth table for the AND gate. See, the inputs are A and B and the output is A dot B. Only when both the inputs are 1, then the output is 1. Otherwise, if the input is 0, 0, the output is 0. If the input is 0, 1, then also output is 0. And if the input is 1, 0, then also the output is 0. Now, we can compare this table by drawing a circuit with 2 switches in the series. Let us consider the diagram now. See, here in the diagram, the battery is connected to the bulb through a series of 2 switches. Now, if both the switches are open, that means, let us say open is 0 and closed is 1. So now if both the switches are open, then of course the light will not glow. That means the output will be 0. Now consider this, if one switch is open and one switch is closed, that means one switch is 1 and one switch is 0, then also the circuit will be broken, so the light will not glow. But if both switches are closed, look at the diagram to the right hand side. If both switches are closed, that means both the switches are giving 1 1, then the light glows. That means it is a positive output or a high output, that is 1. Compare these diagrams with the truth table, you will surely understand. And also remember the diagram, the symbol for the AND gate. Now here is a question, draw the symbols of the gates given above. So you have to draw the symbol for NOT gate and the AND gate. So pause the video, try it yourself once. Now I am showing you the answers. So these are the answers. Always remember, in the NOT gate it is a triangle followed by a dot, and in the AND gate it is a D symbol, and the output for a input A on the NOT gate is A bar, and the output for inputs A and B in AND gate is A dot B. All these points, just remember it, draw the diagram, practice the diagram again and again. These things you will get in your mind automatically. The symbol, the input versus the output. Remember all these things, okay? Now, if you couldn't draw the diagrams yourself, then pause the video, practice the diagram once again, then we will move on to the next gate. So the next gate that we are going to discuss today is the OR gate, OR gate. The OR gate again has two input signals and one output signal. At this point it is almost same like the AND gate. It has two input and one output, but there is a slight variation, okay? If any of the input signal is high, that is 1, the output will be high. Simple. And if both the inputs are 0, then only the output will be 0. A plus sign is used to show the OR operation. That means if the inputs are A and B, then the resultant will be A plus B. See, remember these points, okay? In NOT gate, if the input is A, the output is A bar. In the AND gate, if the inputs are A and B, the output will be A dot B. And in the OR gate, if the inputs are A and B, then the output will be A plus B. So this is the diagram, this is the symbol for the OR gate. The inputs are A and B and the output is A plus B. Look at the diagram, it looks like an arrowhead. Okay, so remember the diagrams also. The NOT gate looks like a triangle followed by a dot. The AND gate looks like a capital D. And the OR gate looks like an arrowhead. Remember the symbols properly, okay? You may be asked to draw the symbols in your examinations. So practice everything properly. And the inputs, if their inputs are A and B, the output will be A plus B. Now we can show the OR gate as a simple circuit of two switches in parallel. In AND gate, we could show the AND gate taking an example of a circuit with parallel connection of two switches. That means two switches connected back to back. But here in OR gate, we can compare the OR gate with a circuit where two switches are connected parallel to each other. So basically this is the truth table. As I already told, that if both the inputs are 0, then only the output will be 0, otherwise the output will be 1. That means if the inputs are 0 1, then also output is 1. If the input is 1 0, then also output is 1, and if the input is 1 1, then also output is 1. Now let us see what the circuit actually looks like. This is how we can compare the OR gate. Okay, a battery is connected to the bulb and two switches are connected in parallel connection. Okay, now see, if the both switch are open, that means both switch are 0 0, then the bulb will be switched off, no current will pass, so the output will be 0. Now if the first switch is on and the second switch is off, that means the input is 1 0, then obviously the circuit is closed and current will pass through the bulb and the bulb will glow, so the output will be 1. Again, if the first switch is off and the second switch is on, that means the inputs are 0 1. Look at the truth table. If the inputs are 0 1, then also one switch is on, so current will flow, so the bulb will glow, so the output will be 1. Okay, see, if either of the switch is closed or both switch are closed, then the bulb glows. Now let us consider if both switch are closed, that means both switch are giving 1 1, then also bulb will glow. So pause the video, note down the truth table for OR gate. This will also be important for you. Now here are some questions. We are almost at the end of today's class. Okay, complete the truth tables for the given gates. Pause the video and try to do this yourself. The AND gate and the OR gate, if the inputs are x and y, so the output will be x dot y. In our previous part of the chapter, we have discussed the truth table using the inputs a and b, so the output was a dot b. Now the inputs are x and y, so the output will be x dot y. Again, in question number b, we have to write the truth table of OR gate. The inputs are x and y, so the output will be x plus y. So pause the video, try to do this yourself. Now I am showing you the answers. So these are the answers. Pause the video and note down if you have not noted down the truth tables for AND gate and OR gate earlier. Now there is actually another way to remember the gates. Okay, to remember the truth tables of AND gate and OR gate. See, in AND gate the output is x dot y. In mathematics, now think about mathematics. Okay, what does that dot represent in mathematics? X dot y means x multiplied by y. So look at the inputs, 0 0, that means 0 into 0 gives you 0. Look at the second row, 0 1, 0 into 1 gives you 0. Look at the third input line, 1 into 0 gives you 0 and 1 into 1 gives you 1. That is the simplest way that you can remember the truth table of an AND gate. Now look at the OR gate. The output is x plus y. So if the inputs are 0 0, then 0 plus 0 is 0. If the inputs are 0 1, then 0 plus 1 is 1. Again in the third line, 1 plus 0 is 1, and last 1 plus 1 is 1 means the current will flow. Just remember that. So this brings us to the end of today's class. I hope everyone understood the two gates that we discussed today. If you have any doubt, you have my phone number, you have my WhatsApp number, contact me. I'll be glad to help you out. So, in our next class, we are going to discuss the NAND gate and the NOR gate. Till now we have discussed three basic gates. Now there were some universal gates, those were NAND and NOR. So in our next class, that means the third part of this chapter, which I divided into 4 parts, in the third part we are going to discuss the NAND gate and the NOR gate. At this point, let me remind you once again, please revise carefully several times. Don't keep the revision for the last moment after the exam time is announced. Start reading, studying right away from now onwards, so that you don't get tensed or stressed when the exam approaches. So, I hope everyone enjoyed today's class. This is Sivasis Sandilya signing out. Thank you everyone.